Limo Ultimate is set to be released at the end of this year, and just the other day Studio397 dropped some intel on the current status quo of the sim. Head of Studio Dom Duhan was talking about the new UI, how co-op and offline play will work, if a console version is planned, and shared some info why the game might become the most realistic sim ever. And in a side note, he also announced legacy content. So let's jump straight in and talk about the new UI first. They already posted a few screenshots on their homepage, and I have to say, from a style point of view, this is already looking promising. I think especially after the years of torture they put us through with rFactor 2, it was time they finally offer something streamlined to us. Let's just hope that calibrating your hardware and finding the right settings easily is also on their prior list. But as I said, design-wise, love it. Everything has this blue to red color transition, and overall it's just clean and sleek looking. How do you like the new look? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, also leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more news videos like this one. Also quite interesting in regards of statements made by Dom Duhan is that they are aiming to support new users who may not have any sim experience. He was talking about aiding newcomers with viable setup presets, which sounds perfect if you ask me. Having a strong base setup for beginners on which veterans then can keep on working is ideal, I would say, with the premise of course that those setups are well made. A whole lot of the interview with Dom deals with Studio397's idea about how they want to make endurance racing more accessible for everyone. So no matter if you want to play a session in single player with AI companions on your team, or want to race in an asynchronous online round with your mates, there should be an option for you. And the focus is of course on the time needed for endurance racing. Everyone who already participated in an endurance race knows how time consuming it can be. Usually there's not a lot of weekend left over after the checkered flag is out. So Studio397 is tackling this by letting you go on your own pace. It is supposed to be possible to form a team with your friends and then compete online against real opponents by combining your stints. Here on this screenshot, they show you how you can participate like this in several events at the same time. But to be honest with you guys, it's still unclear to me how exactly this will go down. Will you drive alone on track? Will there be ghosts of other players sharing the track with you? Or are there in the end fixed slots where you compete? I just don't know yet. I think only time will tell. In single player though, it's a bit clearer. Here you will race against the AI and also driver swap to AI companions. The AI stints then will be simulated, but you stay somewhat in control do you manage the stint plan shown in this screen. Further, they also revealed that the online system will be called Race Control, and that within Race Control you'll be able to find endurance in sprint racing, compete in daily races, and level up in a ranking system. They also announced special events just like in iRacing, to which I pretty much look forward to. Hosting your own events and races is also confirmed, so I would say everything is in place for a fun and competitive online experience. But Dom also had some sad news for all the console players out there. Limo Ultimate will only be released on PC for the time being. But he also said that the new console generation should be powerful enough to run the detailed rFactor physics, and that a console release could become a reality in the future. The decisive factor here will be the sales. If Limo Ultimate is a hit, a console version shouldn't be long in coming. And the last bit of the interview with Dom Duhan is about the game's physics and why Limo Ultimate might become the most realistic sim ever. As you might already know, Limo Ultimate will build its physics upon rFactor 2's game engine, which already is renowned on its own. So in terms of driving physics, the expectations were always high, but now Dom is pushing it to the max. He said that they are working super close with the major car manufacturers, which have flooded them with an exhaustive level of data to replicate all of the cars. Next to that, they are also in contact with most of the teams and their engineers to nail the feeling of those cars, which led to the head of the studio make the confident claim you will be driving the most realistic version of some of the coolest cars on the planet, which sounds just fantastic. Dom then continued to talk about how the fuel load of the car will play a central role in the car's balance. a feature they already introduced to rFactor 2 with the launch of the BTCC cars in 2022. And that's not even all. All tracks will be updated to Real Road 2.0, which will bring a more realistic rubber and water buildup on the track surface and separate track and ambient temperatures. rFactor 2's tracks count to the best in the business. Are they 100% true to life thanks to laser scanning, reflecting every bump, curb and track object around the venue. Most of the tracks are already in rFactor 2 and will be repurposed and touched up with Real Road 2.0. And the missing content will be made up from scratch, like Fuji or Portimao. And then, quite surprisingly and totally unexpected, legacy content was casually announced in a side sentence. Apparently, Studio397 has also been sent some data of former Le Mans cars, which will most likely find their way into the game as well. But what kind of content could that be? GT1 cars of 1998, Group C, or some 2010s LMPs? What would you like to see the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. And we already gave it a thought as well and put together a list on our homepage about content we would love to see in Le Mans Ultimate with future DLC. And yes, LMGT3 is already on this list. So if you're interested, you can find the article linked in the pinned comment underneath the video. And if you want to see some gameplay of Le Mans Ultimate, you can check out this video linked on your screen now. But that's it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and see you next time around. Cheers!